Hey everyone, I'm so excited that you're here today on this Friday with us. I have got to show you what I'm looking at. I'm actually heading to Dr. Jade Coats' house right now and coming into her driveway of her new house, and I mean, just check out this view. Hold up. I mean, is that not the most gorgeous fall foliage you have seen in a while? Of course, we're getting towards the end of it, so it is definitely coming to an end, but Northwest Arkansas falls are so colorful and so beautiful. So I wanted to show that off to you real quick. And now we are pulling into her driveway, and let's see what Jade's got in store for us. So today we are actually here at Dr. Jade Coats, her home, new beautiful home. And she is actually an optometrist with McDonald Eye Associates. She's out of the Rogers location. So let's get out and go see what she's got to say. Hi. Thanks for having me today.
Hi.
Let's get this started. Okay, I am so happy to have you here today. I'm actually here at her house today. Are you kidding me? Thanks for having me here.
Absolutely.
So I'm sitting with Dr. Jade Coats with McDonald Eye Associates, and they have actually two locations. One in Fayetteville.
One in Fayetteville, and I'm personally located at the Rogers location.
Which is actually the most beautiful setup because it's at Village on the Creeks, and I walk Jace around that loop constantly.
It's amazing.
So peaceful, and all the turtles.
Perfect place to work.
I bet. I mean, it's actually probably hard because you want to maybe just go and hang outside.
Well, sometimes, occasionally.
Yeah.
After spending all day cooped up in a room with no windows, sometimes it's nice to catch your breath around the walk around.
I bet, yeah, because it's got to be nice and dark in the
Eye clinic.
eye clinic, yeah.
Really dark, usually practically like a vampire.
I love it. Well, so Jade and I actually go way back to second grade growing up, and I'm just so grateful to, have you here in Northwest Arkansas. She moved here with her husband, who's also an optometrist, and we're at your new beautiful home, and you saw in the entry me coming into her subdivision, down her road. Breathtaking.
Incredible. We weren't exactly planning to move in 2020, but quarantine had other issues, and we really started looking around and even became a realtor.
And I'm so happy I was. And what a gem you found right here, right? I am actually here today because I feel like eye care is something that a lot of people, I don't know, we know we're supposed to. It's kind of like flossing, I think. Like, we're supposed to do it, and we probably don't do it as much as we're supposed to, but when we do it, we feel really good about it. But I think you're probably gonna say, like, eye care probably needs to be a much more important thing.
Much more important. Definitely at least an annual thing, an annual reunion, and you should be visiting your eye doctor and going to chat with them. It's amazing what we can find on an annual basis and what can change really quickly.
Well, even with our bodies, like when I became pregnant, I've had astigmatism, I'm sure my entire life. Like, I wore glasses as a young child, but I really didn't need glasses. I think it was kind of like when we did fake braces with the rubber bands. Like, I wanted to have them, but I ended up getting braces and realized those were not fun. Same thing with the eyeglasses. Yeah, I finally got them and was like, I really don't want these anymore. But when I got pregnant, oh my gosh.
I know, it's amazing what can change in just a matter of a year with hormones, dry eye, side effects of medications.
Everything.
Everything.
So
is a factor.
I would say to back that up, you've got your one annual, but if you do change things, do you think maybe going in to see go see you?
Well, yep, it's me. Yes, because if you have something like blurry vision, if something is wrong, you shouldn't accept that as normal. And it's definitely something to bring up to your either primary care doctor or eye care provider, for sure. We have, extra technology that's able to identify these things, and so the sooner the better when it comes to the brain.
Yeah.
Very important structure.
Very, very important to keep the brain, intact and healthy. So one thing that I realized was I had my astigmatism my whole life, and then I got pregnant, and I went in for floaters, which I didn't even know what a floater was. Besides something I use in a pool or the lake, and that held my beer. But this thing would constantly show up in my vision. It was just this black dot that would follow my, wherever I'm looking around. Have Jay's, instantly gone. And guess what? Jade goes, well, you have like perfect vision and you have no astigmatism anymore. And I said, I noticed that things were different, but
different, but maybe in a good way. Sometimes change happens, and it's not necessarily bad, but it is amazing because it does kind of fluctuate, sometimes for the better, sometimes for not.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad that your floater got a lot better.
Yeah, I thought it was very serious. I called her up and I was like, oh my God, there's something seriously wrong. She's like, no, it's all good.
It was assessed and all is well.
Yes, well, I also want to talk to you about these guys. Okay. Jade. Yeah. First and foremost, are these in my eyelashes right this moment?
Well, they could be, but I hope not. So,
okay, let's talk about these guys. And they may not be guys. These things. Okay. What are they?
So these things are called Demodex, and Demodex.
Oh, Demodex.
Yes.
Okay.
And these things naturally live on our face, lids, and lashes. We naturally have a little bit of them, but the thing is we can't have a lot of them in certain places. And so when you have a large concentration of these Demodex mites, they really love the oil components, which happen to be made in your lids and your lashes, or at the base of the lids and lashes. And so when people do not necessarily wash their face all the way or don't practice good eyelid hygiene, sometimes their risk of that is a little higher. And so when people especially avoid washing their face, maybe if they have false lashes and whatnot, that can be the biggest of issues because they really like to incubate at that location.
Can we just not say incubate?
Yeah, they
Can
really
we not
love
use that?
warm, hot, oily. So
well, at least you didn't say the N word.
Yeah, moist areas.
Oh, she said it. You didn't have to go there.
I did.
Okay, so case in point is
Wash
clean your face.
And lids and lashes. You can't forget
Thoroughly.
the eyes. Some people will wash the face and they'll avoid the eyes. We absolutely can get the eyelashes and the eyebrows. And all of that hair is equally important as to everything else. So definitely important to wash your face, whole face.
And they're not visible to the eye. It's not like you could just come up to me and go, you got some critters in your eyelashes.
Yes, but you can.
You see it only in the magnified.
Under a microscope, it is very obvious, and sometimes you can take a little tweezer and give the eyelash a little wiggle
No.
and see their tails come out. It's true.
Their tails, they have tails.
Yeah, they
that
do.
pop out.
They do.
Okay, case in point, I'm never getting fake eyelashes ever again. There were already a million reasons why I wasn't gonna do that again, but 1,000,001 reason done. Okay, thank you for terrifying me and everyone else. So I know LASIK is one thing that's, it's been around, let's be real, but it's becoming more popular. I think people are starting to not freak out over it anymore. Maybe
It's easy.
it doesn't hurt and it only takes 15 minutes and they're willing to just give it a try.
It's very easy, yes. So nowadays there's two different types of LASIK, one with a flap, one without a flap, very easy, equal in cost and time on the table, both same great results. But McDonald Eye does offer free LASIK eval, so if you're ever interested, definitely swing by and
Nice.
give it a see.
Love it. Okay, so free. Go check out Jade and at McDonald Eye Clinic and get your evaluation done. Okay, this is kind of weird, and I want to ask you, what is just the quirkiest fact about eyes that I know, and I'm putting her on the spot with this one, sorry, but quirky kind of fact about eye care or eyes in general that you think everyone out there should know about?
So eyes really are linked to everything. On a given day, we have no idea necessarily what to expect. It can say annual exam on our schedule, but that doesn't necessarily mean we won't find a tumor or something very much more seriously wrong than needing glasses. And so that's something that's kind of interesting, is that the eyes can actually lead to diagnosis even as far away as colon polyps and things like that. They may warrant, an eye finding may warrant things like the colonoscopy.
Wow.
And so in addition to that, we can detect blood glucose issues if people have diabetes or if they're having any sort of issues associated with that. That can sometimes show up in the eyes. So again, you never really know, and our eyes are one of those things where you definitely should get them checked annually because it's very important. We never know what we're going to find.
Well, even going back to what you said with change of medication, you may be on medication for, we'll just say 3 months, and maybe that medication isn't working right with your body, or maybe it causes another side effect. And just by simply going to get your eyes checked, you discover something else. So amazing. That is, I mean, again, our bodies are so phenomenal, and just how truly connected everything is to one another. I do have a question.
Yes.
I heard, little birdie called Google told me that if you have blue eyes, you have the tolerance to handle alcohol better than any other person, but you can't tolerate the sun as well. First and foremost, what do you think about that?
Dr. Google told you this?
Dr. Google told me. It's like just as good as WebMD.
Oh no. Dr. Google.
Dr. Google said.
We need to ask.
I
We need
know.
to figure out exactly if that's true. I'm not sure. If so, we might need some sunglasses for the sun.
I mean, you might need it, yes. If you have blue eyes, be careful out there in the sun, but you can chug-a-lug as much alcohol as you possibly want to. And I thought even more, if you want to go further down that rabbit hole, Irish, the most common eye color in the Irish is blue eyes. Mm-hmm. And technically, they can handle their alcohol better than anybody. I think there might be a connection here.
Who knows?
Just saying. Google may know.
Maybe we need to find out in Ireland. I don't know.
Hey, don't even bring up Ireland. That's like such a sensitive subject. I'm supposed to be in Ireland. Well, I'm supposed to be in Ireland in October with my mother. And I know you had a big old trip planned to Budapest.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
You had a house to buy instead.
Instead, we bought a house.
Yay! Hey, it's okay. Budapest will still be there. Ireland will still be there.
One day we'll get there.
Exactly. So, okay, again, I just want to thank you so much. And I really hope somebody took something away from this. And be
wash
sure.
your face.
Yeah, wash
And your
for these
glasses.
guys. Don't forget these guys. They exist. Bad news. We definitely want to make sure that you guys call McDonald Eye Clinic. And, or is it McDonald Eye Clinic or?
McDonald Eye Clinic, McDonald Eye Associates.
Okay, so either one. I've called them both, so I just want to make sure. And McDonald's Eye Associates, call them. Mm-hmm. Y'all have got specials running right now, and maybe you could
We've
go
got
in.
Great opticals, free LASIK evals. It's a good time to get your eyes checked before the end of the year. To schedule that now and not wait till the end of December.
Nice.
But definitely, if you have any sort of health savings accounts or cards that you didn't use throughout the year and that's going to expire, it's a good time to use that on eyeglasses or contacts or sunglasses.
Love it.
LASIK, whatever.
Thank you so much for being part of Discovering Property Diamonds.
Absolutely.
Featured diamond, Dr. Jade Coats with McDonald Eye Associates. Thanks again, guys, and we'll see you next Friday.